Welcome to the Red Room Review, guys. I'm Lindsey, your host, and today we're reviewing one of Google's hotter products from Asus, their new Nexus 7 tablet. This has a full HD IPS display on it. I'm reviewing the 32GB mono here for you, Wi-Fi only. This is considered to be one of the hotter tablets out there on the market, especially one under the 9-inch form factor. Very easy to handle. A lot of people are saying this is even better than the iPad mini. Who knows? Let's see. And really beautiful display by all counts. Let's dive into it and see what all the fuss is about.
Alright, we have the 2013 Nexus 7 in hand by Asus. Let's dive right into it. On the right side, we have the power button and volume rockers. On the back, it's like a nice soft touch plastic we've seen before with a nice Nexus emblem right there. On the bottom, we have a micro USB port, very standard, which you're going to look at in almost every Android phone or tablet. We also, on the left side, there's nothing. It's nice and smooth. I kind of like it this way because when you're holding it, you're not worried about touching buttons on that side. If you're holding it kind of like a cell phone. On the front, we have a nice 1.2 megapixel camera for your selfies and video talking. It's autofocus. And there's also an ambient light sensor for making sure you can have light settings for your screen. And on the top, we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Very standard, what you expect. There's also a pretty good sized speaker grill right there on the top side of it. There's a camera like is new on the Nexus. We'll get to that in a second. Man, this soft touch is very nice. Feels very solid. No creaks, nothing. But man, it leaves fingerprints everywhere. You're gonna get fingerprints on this thing. There's the Asus emblem, and there's actually some speakers on the bottom side we didn't get to, which give you some dual speakers, some pretty nice sound. We'll get into that in a little bit. And there's that 5 megapixel camera. Here's the thing: don't take pictures of the tablet. You look goofy, but if you want to, it's there, and we'll get into the camera app in just a little bit. Oh, and there's a microphone for your if you want to chit chat and do your Google Now. Let's look at the screen because this screen is beautiful. It does leave fingerprints. You're going to get fingerprints. There's nothing you can do about that. This thing is a fingerprint magnet for the front and back, but it does not deter from how beautiful this screen really is. I mean, there's no way that I can do justice on this HD camera. There's just no way. This is a very fast and snappy, responsive screen. What a great IPS, screen display they have right here. It's definitely one of the better ones I've ever seen. A very high pixel density. There's actually 323 pixels per square inch on this one. You can tell. I mean, text, everything vivid, very pops, especially when the color turned all the way up. It's just a very cool. Let's listen to some sound. And real quick, the screen also has pretty good viewing angles, and man, it's fast and snappy. Sound coming through those back speakers, and it's pretty good. It's turned all the way up right here. And like I said, I can't really say anything bad about the sound. It's very clear and loud. And if you're a person who wants to play a game or watch a movie, this is definitely going to give you what you want out of it, sound-wise. I'm kind of sucking this game, playing it through my viewfinder. But man, it's quick and snappy. Talking about quick and snappy, look how quick you can just scroll through apps, and once you click open an app, it just opens and it starts doing what it needs to do. Let me open Currents right here, and yeah, it's just nice and snappy. It lags my Wi-Fi more than anything. But viewing angles and the text on the screen just pop. It's just awesome. Let's get into the camera app real quick, and let me show you a little bit about how the camera is working. It's the same camera that we have on the Nexus 4 or any other Nexus devices. The same stock camera app that we've had in 4.2 now in 4.3. But it's just super quick. I mean, scrolling through it, the 5 megapixel camera, it's okay. It's nothing great. We do have Photosphere on this, so if you're curious about Photosphere on the new Nexus 7, it's there. It's good. Use it outdoors. Inside, it doesn't really do that well, but you get all the functionality that you'll have in the same, basic standard Android app. You can go through and change your exposure options and all the kind of minor settings. And like I said, it's just super fast and responsive. I can't explain more how fast and responsive this thing really does feel, and how quickly the screen rotates and everything. Now there is a good thing. There's a gap in the display from the casing, and I hate that. Some of the old HTC phones used to do that, and you get dust and pocket lint, and if you put it in the bag, you get some stuff in there. That's To me, that bothers me. I think there should be no gaps in between your screen and your casing. And the fingerprints on the front and back it's hard, but you know, it's what we have when we have black slates. Camera's okay, but it's a camera on tablet, so that is the Nexus 7. It's a really great device. I actually I love it. I like it better than my 10-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 I have, and it's really easy to hold. I have a Galaxy Note, and it's almost about as easy to hold as my Note, and that's a 5.5-inch display. So this is a very good tablet, and I would recommend this to anybody. So go ahead and buy yourself one.
Alright guys, well that's my review of the new Nexus 7. A very hot, very well built device. Like I said before, great holding, just a beautiful display. And the camera won't do it justice how pretty the display really is, or how good the sound can really be, especially when you're watching video with that 1080p playback. But just very snappy and responsive, like I was saying earlier. Very easily to scroll, very smooth. I really wish this is how Android would have been when it first came out. Maybe some of the early criticisms of Android would have, been shunned, because you still hear people say, well, Android is laggy or it has bugs, the force closes. Well, there are some of that, and there's some of that on iOS as well and Windows, but it's just now with Project Butter and even more improvements with bug fixes in Android 4.3, it's just smooth, it's quick, and it just does what it's supposed to do. Couldn't be happier with this device. The small things I've pointed out, like I said, the bezel, like I was talking about, and the gap between the screen and the device itself. But other than that, like the small things, there's small things. There's not a one perfect device out there. You just won't find it. And like I said, heldability or holdability, if that's a word, it's up there. It's on par with anything else you'll see. Heck, it's even a little bit more easier to hold to me in my hand than I feel like my Galaxy Note 2. Very good device, very fun. Go grab one. For the 32GB bundle, it's $269 basically everywhere. So go grab yourself one. Alright? With that being said, guys, thank you for watching our reviews. Please ask any questions on the comments below. Please go to our website, theredroomreview.com. We have a weekly podcast that goes up every Monday, probably in the afternoon, with me and my buddy Dave just shooting the breeze and hitting some of the cool stories around the interwebs. Please go to us and like us and all that good stuff. Till next time, see you in the Red Room.